It's already gone. Oh. Hey guys, welcome back to I buy a bunch of stuff, but justify it by saying I will talk about it on YouTube. A lot of them are small sizes, admittedly. I think I told you guys this before. I just prefer to buy smaller sizes if I can. That way I can just buy more. Smaller size means less money, less room, more room for more things. Horrified by my own shopping. I think a couple of these are from maybe Black Friday, but most of them are from this month, and I got them on a sale. Just for reference, if I talk about prices, I am talking in Australian dollars, just so you know that. Put a conversion on the screen for my American friends, because I know that's probably most of you watching this, to be honest. I recently got my hands on Christina Aguilera X Tina. I actually don't like the charm. It's very annoying. So this is a kind of new-ish release. I think this actually came out in September, and as soon as it dropped in Australia, I saw it pop up on the Chemist Warehouse website. I'm pretty sure it was like $39.99 or something like that. I nabbed it. I actually did a whole video on this one, so if you're curious about my thoughts, I also did a wear test. Check that out. I'll link that above. Top notes of blackcurrant, raspberry, pear. Middle notes, jasmine, violet, rose petals, and sugar, and base notes of patchouli, oak moss, musk, and amber. Listen, I won't say too much about it because if you're really curious about this one, I highly recommend you go and watch my video about it. I won't spoil too much. It is very fruit patchouli, okay? So if you like that, you will probably like this one. But yeah, go check out that video. Okay, my next two are, it's a new brand to my collection. I've got two sprays here. I think these are 14 mils from Glass House, which is an Australian brand. They mainly make candles, but they do have a lot of fragrances of their popular scented candles. These were each like 30 bucks, I think. I got two scents. I got Kyoto in Bloom and I got Moon and Back. Kyoto in Bloom. We've got top notes of pineapple, whipped cream, citruses and green notes, middle notes of iris, lotus, camellia, and clover, and base notes of vanilla, amber, patchouli, sandalwood, musk, and tonka bean. Oh, it's very sweet. This one is super sweet. It's one I immediately fell in love with this one when I smelled it, and I knew I was like, I need to get my hands on a small size. It is very like heavy, a heavy fruit, vanilla, and you do get that patchouli more. Now that it's been sitting for a little bit, the patchouli is really coming out, and then you get that lovely powderiness from the iris, which I freaking love. If you guys know me, you know I'm obsessed with iris. It's not too forward in this one. It's just kind of like floating there in the background. I really like this one. I think this is one of their more popular or higher rated scents. Despite the whipped cream in the top, this is not light. This is a very heavy hitter. It's a very heavy scent. I swear it's gotten more like edgy since I've had it. Like that patchouli and that woods come out a lot more. Maybe not great for summer or like really hot heat. And then the next one I picked up is this Moon and Back. This one, I think this one needs to macerate. Top notes of ozone, citrus, marmalade. Middle notes, you've got lily of the valley, rose, and jasmine, and in the base you've got brown sugar, amber, and sandalwood. What hit me when I first smelled this, and this is why I ended up buying it, what first hit me was the citrus in the marmalade. It was more, I feel like the sweetness had more fleshed out and it wasn't as sharp, and it was almost like a lemon drop, like a drink, like a lemon drop. But when I bought this one and I smelled it, I was like, oh, it doesn't smell as good as I remember. And that ozonic quality is like really pungent. And I feel like when I smelled it, I smelled the tester, it wasn't as strong. I don't know, don't know if I'm in love with ozonic note, but maybe I just need to let it sit and just give it some time, I think. Just leave it open for a bit. Definitely was a lot sweeter when I first smelled it. Now it's more like a very citrusy, ozonic lemon, I guess. Kind of. It's not even, see, it's not even as lemony as when I originally smelled it. So like, I don't know, do I regret it? Maybe a little bit. It is what it is. Okay, so the next one, why did I say it like that? I got a few gift sets. This I was super freaking stoked about. I had been looking for Viva Juicy Sucre. It's got like a nice peachy quality to it. I had been looking for that one, like somewhere I could like possibly smell it in Australia or get it cheap enough that I felt okay with blind buying it online. I couldn't really find any local to Australia unless I wanted to pay like $200. For a juicy scent. That's not happening. I'm not doing that. But Priceline had these little gift sets. They had a gift set of 3 juicy scents. They're 10 ml spray bottles, and it came in this very adorable box as well, which I saved just for this video. So now I can throw it away. And it actually included Viva Juicy Sucre, and I was like, holy tits. I have to buy it. I have to get it. I have to see if I like it. So yeah, this one came with that. It came with Gold Couture, which I've also been wanting, so that was one off of my list. And the original Viva Juicy, which now I have like a million small sizes of, so it's whatever. So Sucre, does it live up to the hype? Viva Juicy Sucre has been one that's like very much hyped. If you love sweet gourmand scents, short answer, yes. I freaking love this one. It is truly like a peach ring with that Viva La Juicy DNA underneath, but like you threw a peach ring in there. It's freaking delicious. I love this one. I'm so glad that it lived up to the hype for me. I was really, really worried. I love peach rings. It's like my favorite candy. I was very excited about this one. So you've got top notes of red currant, mandarin orange, and gardenia, middle notes of almond cream, peach, orange blossom jasmine, base notes of whipped cream, vanilla, cacao, and sandalwood. And listen, it's just like you got a little bit of a creamy Viva La Juicy DNA. It's not like as tart as the normal Viva La Juicy, and then you've got like a peach ring thrown in there. It's so yummy. It's so delicious. I am so excited to see how this one develops as well. Get that vanilla aged a little bit and amped up. So I'm super excited to see how this one macerates too. It's like something a fairy would wear. It's so delicious. It's so yummy. Ugh. I just wish it didn't cost like 250 bucks to get a bottle of it down here. The next one, of course, is Viva La Juicy Gold Couture, which I recently included this one in my Christmas fragrances video. This is like a more subdued flanker of Viva La Juicy, I think. Also, smelling it on paper is really not great, I think, for a scent like this. Doesn't really do it justice. This one you've got wild berries, gardenia, lily of the valley, middle notes honeysuckle, jasmine, vanilla orchid, and base notes of caramel, vanilla, sandalwood, praline. I think this one's a little bit closer to the original Viva La Juicy. It's just deeper. Like there's less emphasis on the fruits in the top. It's got a little bit more, that carameliness is more forward. I love this one, and I think it's perfectly suited for sweater weather, which I'm a bit sad. It's not that time of year over here, but I will be patiently waiting until I can whip this one out for our winter, because I do love this one. This one and Sucre definitely both lived up to the hype for me. I love these. The only complaint I have is I just wish they lasted longer. But, you know, it's a juicy scent. In that way, you kind of get what you pay for, sadly, but they are really great nonetheless. I love these. And then the original Viva La Juicy. I don't need to talk about this one. Everyone and their mother knows it. You love it, you hate it, it exists. All right, so the next one, I actually have a little dual roller ball here from Mixar. So one side is the sparkling hibiscus, and the other side is vanilla bourbon. So I mainly bought it for the vanilla bourbon because I cannot find a full bottle of vanilla bourbon down here to smell, or a tester anywhere. We have a lot of the other ones at Chemist Warehouse, but they didn't have a full bottle, but they did have these little like dual-sided roller balls. For the vanilla bourbon side, you've got top notes of black pepper, bergamot, middle notes of jasmine, vanilla orchid, apple blossom, and base notes of Madagascar vanilla, sandalwood, and amber. I am so sad that this is not available in a full size down here. I'm so upset about it. I freaking love this one. It's so good. Look at how dinky it is though. I'm definitely gonna run, this is, I think they're both sides are 5 mils. I'm gonna run out of this so quick, you guys. This is, again, another really great one for sweater weather, I think. It's very cozy. It's not really boozy. It's very sweet. It's just a nice, warm, vanilla-y. Maybe there's a little bit of a spice from that black pepper, which maybe your nose could interpret as like maybe a spiced rum, but I don't really get that, but it is a very warm, inviting, intoxicating, addicting scent. I love this one. These Mixar fragrances don't last for shit. That is like the ultimate downside of these, is while this one smells amazing, the longevity is just not there, which is so sad. On the other side is sparkling hibiscus. It would be a great one to take, I think, on vacation to somewhere tropical. I think I would love this one for that. This one's got hibiscus, champagne, bergamot, and cashmere musk. Yeah, I like this one. I love the champagne note in this one. I think it makes it a little bit more mature, and it keeps it from being too juvenile and tones down what might be like sharp floral note from the hibiscus. But I do really love it. It's just, yeah, again, I think they both kind of suffer the same issue, which is they don't last very long. Very sad about that, but I do like them both nonetheless. And this was, I think, also $20. The next one I got, Lattafa's CRA Kawa. And this one, you've got top notes of cinnamon, ginger, and cardamom, middle notes of praline, white flowers, and candied fruits, base notes of vanilla, coffee, tonka bean, benzoin, and musk. I mean, Kawa, I'm pretty sure means coffee. I did a full comparison to the original CRA, including first impression and a wear test. I have a separate video on that, so I will link that one up above if you want to hear my full in-depth thoughts. If my face is anything to go off of, she freaking good. But go watch that video, all right? I kind of sort of spoiled it, but just go watch the video. Oh, I'm pretty sure these were all from Black Friday. So these have been sitting here for a while, okay? I did grab a few of Ari's fragrances on Black Friday because they were a little bit discounted. So I grabbed both of the mods, so Mod Blush and Mod Vanilla, and then God is a Woman. So for God is a Woman, you've got top notes of pear and ambrette, which freaking love ambrette. Best note, middle notes of orris and Turkish rose, and base notes of vanilla and sandalwood. I actually plan on doing a separate video rating every single Ariana fragrance, including Frankie. So if you're interested in that, subscribe because that's coming soon. And as far as pear forward scents go, I really like this one. It's not a super complex scent. It's very linear in that way, but it's a nice soft pear. I mean, it does remind me of some of her other scents, I won't lie. It's not like a super groundbreaking scent, but it's good. It's very, very sweet. I love the smoothness from the orris and the ambrette. I am curious to see how it develops because I don't really get a lot of the base notes. I don't really get a lot of the vanilla. I get that sandalwood. It is a very heavy, fruity floral. So I would say it's okay. All right, look out for my Ariana video if you want to hear more about what I think. For the mods, I've got the Mod Blush here. So in this one, you've got top notes of raspberry, passion fruit, pink pepper, and bergamot, middle notes of rose, pear, and magnolia, base notes of musk, dreamwood, ambroxan, and sandalwood. They love putting pear in her scents. I think this one reminds me more of Ari. It's good, but there is a little bit of a sharpness to it, which keeps me from wearing it more. Yeah, see, like on initial spray, it's hard. It's kind of hard to stomach because it's just so like pow in your face. The fruit is so strong. I think the combination of the pink pepper and the fruit in the top is just like, to me, it comes off a little bit sharp. Camera stopped recording. It's no set me at all. So Mod Vanilla I love to use before bed. I love the softness of the vanilla. It's very mellow and cozy and fluffy. It is kind of, I guess, kind of similar to Cloud in that way for me, but it doesn't have the plastic note, which at times can be very off-putting, which is mostly why I don't wear scents like Cloud outside the house, because to me, I just feel like it smells like plastic. A very good smelling plastic, to be fair. Maybe this is a more toned down version. Yeah, maybe. It's in my collection of bedtime scents, so love this one for that. This next one, this was super cheap. It was like 15 bucks from Chemist Warehouse. This is the Elizabeth Arden Green Tea Scent Spray. This is the original one. I think this one's ages old. This one was actually, the perfumer for this one was Francis Kirkjian, so that's partially the reason why I picked it up, but also I feel like I just was needing a good tea scent. I'm still kind of searching for a tea scent that I love, and I was like, you know what, this one is cheap. Perfumer has a good reputation, at least for the most part, so I'm gonna try her out. For this one, you've got top notes of lemon, bergamot, mint, orange peel, and rhubarb, middle notes of jasmine, oak moss, musk, fennel, carnation, and white amber, and base notes of green tea, jasmine, oak moss, musk, celery seeds, caraway, cloves, and amber. Don't worry, the base notes to me aren't like super strong. I'd mostly get like a very citrusy tea. Oh, I have to say this is one of the better tea scents that I've smelled like in this price range. I think it's kind of hard to beat something that's so cheap. And I actually love to wear this one when I'm exercising. So if it's gonna be hot and, you know, I'm getting a sweat on, this really like kicks up and lasts a long time. Like this will last me a good few hours. I've noticed, you know, on a hot day, I'm really sweating. This really comes to life, which I love that. That's exactly what I need, and it's exactly what I want. And it doesn't give me a headache, because I find that I'm having that issue with a lot of, it could be just coincidence, but a lot lot of scents that have tea. I don't know what it is. They tend to give me headaches sometimes. Yeah, so love this one for the summer. Love it for if I'm getting hot. That's when this one really blooms for me. And it lasts surprisingly long for how cheap it is. Oh, so many. Oh, I have a problem. Okay, this is another gift set from, I got this from Mecca, I think for about 50 bucks, but it has 4 of the Sol de Janeiro body sprays, 68, Rio Radiance, 62, and 40. So 68 is a very like fruity, watery experience. Okay, we are truly going gremlin here. I'm just ripping up random pieces of paper. The problem for me is that there is something in there that is coming off musty, like kind of musty and a bit, I don't know, like an old candy. I don't know. It's not a love. I don't hate it. I also compared this one to Cloud Pink, which I will yet again link that video if you guys are interested in that one. A lot of people were saying that this was a dupe. So if you want to know my thoughts on that, then watch that video. Rio Radiance. Rio Radiance, you've got coconut milk and sand in the top, middle notes of tuberose and lang lang, and base notes of vanilla and amber. And I think unfortunately for me, the tuberose is coming off like a bit dated, like it's a little bit of a dated tuberose for me personally. It's not like a tuberose that I love. It is very much just tuberose. So if you love tuberose in more of like a raw, fresh form, then I think you would like this one. You know what it is? I think it's the coconut milk in the top. Don't love coconut milk. I don't love coconut notes. It's rare that I like coconut notes in fragrances. So that might be what's throwing me off a little bit. I think maybe if it wasn't for that, I'd like this one more. Very heavy tuberose though. If you like that, you'd love this one. 40. This one's kind of hard to smell on paper. I think I need to spray it on me. I am running out of room on my skin to spray stuff. This one, you've got top notes of plum, black amber, cassis, middle notes of orchid, jasmine, and base notes of vanilla, wood, and musk. Uh-oh. To be honest, I don't get much from this one for some reason. It is sweet, but it's very weak. Oh, for some reason, I'm just getting alcohol in this one. I'm getting a little bit of like the plum, and then I get a lot of alcohol. I don't know, it doesn't really wear great on me. And then for 62, you've got top notes of pistachio, almond, middle notes of heliotrope, jasmine, and then in the base you've got caramel, vanilla, salt, and sandalwood. This is one of the better ones. I really, really like this one. I love the pistachio in this. It's nice and warm and deep with that caramel in the base as well. This is like edible. I love this one. The next one I have is the Anna Shui's Fantasia Pop Surprise. So this one is unique in that it comes in 4 different colorways. It's all the same scent, but there's 4 different colors. So I got the one with the blue horsey. This one, you've got top notes of cassis, raspberry, and Jabu Caba. Jabu Caba. I hope I'm saying that right.
Jabu Caba.
Middle notes of jasmine and cyclamen, and base notes of ambroxan, driftwood, and cotton candy. Now, the cotton candy is what made me fall in love with this. Listen, I know some people aren't crazy about the bottles. I love Anna Shui. I love that the bottles, they're always very kitschy, like very on the nose with what they're trying to be. It's an inexpensive scent. I think I got this one for like 40 bucks or something like that from Chemist Warehouse. But the cotton candy is what immediately, oh my god, it's so good. It's immediately you get a big hit of that cotton candy, and it must be whatever this Jabu Caba fruit is. So it's like a purpley berry that's eaten raw or used to make jellies, jams, juice, or wine. Jabu Caba. I think I've been saying it wrong. Apparently it tastes like grapes. Oh, apparently you can grow them in Southern Australia. That's where I am. It's a very interesting fruit. Apparently it's like a grapey fruit. There is something very interesting about how the cotton candy is leaning. It's this very unique, like sour, it's not grape though. It's like a sour berry. It's like a cotton candy sour berry. I love the smell of this. If you love cotton candy gourmands, you will go nuts for this one. I actually think that this could be one that if you want a cotton candy scent, but you want something inexpensive, something maybe similar to, I'm not gonna say it's similar to Pink Sugar because it's not, because Pink Sugar has like that burnt quality. This doesn't have that. They're not even the same. They're totally different. I don't even know why I'm comparing them. If you love cotton candy, you gotta at least get your nose on this and tell me if you love it, because I am so obsessed with this one. The only downside is that I wish it lasted a little little bit longer. I was surprised on how long it lasted on clothing though still, and how the cotton candy smell lingers. It's one you gotta respray, sadly. I mean, listen, it's inexpensive. The scent is so fun. It's so young. It's like, I would wear this to a carnival, 100%. I mean, look at the bottle. Look at this. So the next one I have is Abercrombie & Fitch Away. This is the women's version. I think the original is a men's scent, but this is for women. So this is a 30 ml bottle. I think I got this for $25, I'm pretty sure. From Chemist Warehouse. Everything I get is from there pretty much. If it's under 50 bucks, I got it at Chemist Warehouse, almost guaranteed. So this one's got top notes of red currant, pear, mandarin orange, mids of freesia, jasmine, and lily of the valley, and base notes of praline, amber, and sandalwood. I just said samber. You know what? I think I bought this right after I just talked smack about Abercrombie & Fitch fragrances. It's not anything super unique. This is mostly, I will say, the fruit at the top. There's not one thing that stands out. Maybe the red currant comes forward more than anything else in the top. But it's just like this is like a nice girl. This is like a very nice girl. Goes the speed limit all the time. She's always got her hair like perfect. I don't know. This is like, there's nothing like really unique about it, but it's just a nice fruity scent. For some reason, when I initially smelled this one, I loved it more. I probably like it less now, but I'm curious to see how it macerates. I am hoping it gets a bit better. It's a very fresh, this one's great for spring, I think, spring and summer, which I think is probably why I got it, is because I was really searching for a really good, like, hot weather scent. But unfortunately, I don't know. I think the fruit might be a little bit too sharp and overbearing, but it's like very much a fresh fruit. And I don't mean as in the fruit is fresh. I mean, it's like a watery fruit. It's just a nice, fresh fruit, feminine, girly scent. And it's cheap, and that's why I bought it. The next one I picked up is Pink Friday by Nicki Minaj. This was a blind buy. Yeah, most of these are blind buys. It's just the way it is down here, unfortunately. So in the top, you've got star fruit, blackberry, mandarin. In the middle, you've got lotus and star jasmine. And in the base, you've got caramel, pear, vanilla musk, and wood. This one grew on me a little bit. Okay, so first of all, the reason why I got this, with Pink Friday 2 coming out, I wasn't sure when I was going to get my hands on that. I haven't seen it anywhere in Australia, or even possible to get shipped to Australia or anything like that. But I was like, well, on the chance I get Pink Friday 2, I want to have the original Pink Friday. So that's why I picked this one up. It was very cheap. I think it was like $19 for the 30 ml bottle. Very inexpensive. I wasn't really sure what to expect. I actually really like this one for a fruity celebrity scent. I actually like how powdery it is. It comes across very fruit powdery to me. Kind of, it almost like reminds me of like a Viva Juicy kind of, but like more powdery. It's so odd. It's like a more toned down powdery version of Viva Juicy. That's kind of what it makes me think of when I smell this. You know, you've even got like caramel in the base, and the star fruit. I actually like the fruit in this. There's nothing sharp about it. It's coming across quite smooth to me. Maybe I'm confusing the powderiness for that caramel note in the bottom, but it's just coming across like very soft. I was pleasantly surprised with this one. I think the first day I got it, I was like spraying her like mad because I was like, oh, I actually really like this one. I was spraying it like crazy. Doesn't last for shite though. I was respraying it, I think, like every 30 minutes so I could really drink in the scent. Not a great longevity, as is the case with many of these celebrity scents, unfortunately. One that surprised me. Yeah, I'm not mad about this. I will happily use this up. I wouldn't rebuy it, but I will happily use this one up, probably at home. I think this is maybe a little, because of that powderiness, that warm caramel in the bottom, it's maybe a little bit more cozy. Yeah, I really like this one. Next I've bought 2 of these 10 mils from Kaoli. So first one is Eden Sparkling Lychee 39. I did a very in-depth analysis of this, first impression, wear test, all of that. So if you're interested in more of a deep dive into this one, definitely check that one out. I think in the video I said, to me, it smells like a Smackers lip balm. Like, you know those really old ones from like the 90s and early 2000s that we used to wear as kids? It reminds me of like a Smackers. It smells, don't get me wrong, love that smell. Yeah, if you're interested in my full thoughts and how it wears and all of that, then definitely check out that video. So the other one I got was the Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli 64. So these are the 10 ml bottles, by the way. I think they're like $40 Australian, which is definitely more on the pricey side. So this had been on my list. This is definitely one of my favorite scents from her. So in this one, in the top, you've got rum, vanilla orchid, and jasmine. In the middle, you've got vanilla, creme brulee, spicy notes, leather, tonka bean, and rose. And in the base, you've got patchouli, brown sugar, oud, sugar, amber, and musk. And this is just so like sexy, strong, confident, badass bitch who doesn't give no. I'm gonna censor that out. Inappropriate. This, I will say though, this is not a safe blind buy. That patchouli is definitely star of the show in this one, so you don't want to blind buy this one, especially if you are not sure if you love patchouli or it's like a bit iffy. I know a lot of people are a bit weird about patchouli, which is totally fine. I totally get it, because this is definitely the star of the show. It makes it nice and smoky and earthy and powerful. It's very aromatic, and it's just patchouli covered in sugar. I love it. The name is very well suited. I love this one. Again, I don't know why I do this. I bought it in the middle of summer. I don't know why. So probably not a great one to wear in the hot weather for sure. I will definitely be using this up once it gets cooler. I guess I'll mention this one. This is a little, what is this, 10 mil? 6 mil perfume oil by Al Rahab. It's white musk. I actually got this as a free little gift when I ordered CRA Kawa. It's a nice bright white musk. If you like white musk, I would say this is a pretty good one. It's very strong. I think the oil will do that. I have applied this one and it's like super strong. Looking forward to using this 2-layer though, so yeah, just figured I'd mention that little one. And the very last one is Sabrina Carpenter Sweet Tooth. This I had to fight for. I got it from Chemist Warehouse from their website. It was, I think, $30 or $40. So I had to pay $10 shipping because it's not in any stores around here, all right? It was only online. I had it bookmarked and I would just check it like religiously, like multiple times a day. I'd be like, did they restock it? Did they restock it? And sure enough, I checked and they had restocked it. This one, you guys. So in this one, you've got top notes of marshmallow, chocolate, candied ginger, bergamot. In the mids, you've got Madagascar vanilla, coconut milk, jasmine, base notes of whipped cream, sugar, cashmere wood, and musk. This is probably one of my favorites. This is one of my favorite cheaper celebrity scents that I've gotten. This is actually one that's on my cozy up to go to bed list, I guess you could say. If it's a list, I need to make a list of fragrances that I love to sleep with, because I could probably do a video on that at this point. A lot of them happen to be celebrity scents too. It's nice and light and fluffy. You get a nice powdery vanilla, and there's a little bit of a tang from the ginger, but it's not too much. It's still very light and airy, but it's so like fluffy. It's not overly sweet. It's not pungent. It doesn't like kick you in the face. It's got coconut milk, but it's not, I'm not really picking it up that much. It's just a very comforting, cozy, I just want to spray it. I want to spray it all over me. I just got it in my eyes. I love spraying this before bed. Then I cross my fingers and hope I fall asleep within 30 minutes, because this does not last longer than that. It does not last longer than 30 minutes on the skin. Clothing, if you douse it, yeah, you might smell it for a bit longer than that, but for me, I'm finding that it doesn't last. Like, I am definitely gonna blow through this at this rate, which is a shame, because I really like this one. It's very well, I think this is a really good one for the price. I love it. I love it so much. I wish I could get the new one, the Caramel Dream. It's just, there's just something about it. It's like, it's got a sweetness, but it's so well balanced with a little bit of chocolate and a little bit of spice from the ginger, but it's still sweet, but not too much. I love it. I just love it so much. I love this one. It doesn't last. I wish it lasted longer. Ugh. Yeah, very happy I was finally able to get my hands on this one, because it's so annoying. Like, Australia just does not get access to celebrity scents until until, I mean, often it's like a year after it's been released. I was surprised that we got Cloud Pink 3 months after its release in the US. I was shocked that we got it even within 3 months. But yeah, well over a year, that's pretty normal to get, you know, scents after they've been released elsewhere. It is what it is. I think for me, my favorites were definitely Sweet Tooth. Another favorite is Viva Juicy Sucre. I was so happy that I was able to get that one. Fantasia Pop Surprise, highly recommend this one as well. If I were to pick 3 winners, it'd probably be those 3, to be honest, of this. No. 4 winners. CRA Kawa. Yeah, I got some really good ones this month, and I'm really happy. But let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to check out my other videos that I mentioned where I deep dive into a lot of these scents that I've mentioned today. I hope you guys were able to score some really good deals this year. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me, they weren't really that great. It was more about what I was able to find, less so how much, unfortunately. Thank you so much for... It's already gone. See what I mean? I can't smell it anymore. It literally disappears that quickly, you guys. I swear on... What do I swear on? I swear on Halcyon. Nerd. And take it out. Oh, this is definitely not gentle. Oh my god. Whoa. Hair hack? Wait, who is she? Bye.